How can you spot inspiration porn in everyday life? Imagine scrolling through social media and seeing a photo of a person with a disability smiling brightly after doing something simple like tying their shoes. You might think it's inspiring, but sometimes it's more than that. Inspiration porn is a way people portray individuals with disabilities as objects of motivation for others, often based on everyday activities. It can be sneaky and subtle, so knowing what to look for helps us see beyond the surface. One clear sign is when the focus is on the disability itself rather than the person. For example, captions that say how amazing it is that someone with a disability is going to work or shopping highlight their disability as the main story. Instead of celebrating the person's talents or personality, it emphasizes their disability as something extraordinary. This can make it seem like their life is only about overcoming challenges, not about living fully. Another sign is when messages suggest that non-disabled people should feel guilty or motivated because of what they see. Phrases like, "If they can do it, so can you," or "your excuse is invalid," imply that disability is a personal failure or challenge to be beaten. This kind of messaging can make people think that disability is just a problem to fix, ignoring the bigger social issues like accessibility or societal attitudes. You might also notice when disabled individuals are used mainly as symbols to make others feel better. Instead of being seen as full people with unique stories, they are portrayed as lessons or symbols of strength. This reduces their identity to just an example of resilience, not recognizing their full humanity. Celebrating basic activities as heroic because of a disability is another common sign. For example, posting about someone with a disability getting out of bed or going to the store as if it's a huge achievement can reinforce stereotypes that people with disabilities are suffering or incapable. It's important to see these actions as normal, not extraordinary. Social media posts often show disabled people doing everyday things with motivational captions aimed at non-disabled viewers. These posts tend to ignore the real barriers faced, like inaccessible buildings or lack of support. They focus on inspiring stories instead of addressing the bigger issues. Finally, inspiration porn often aligns with the medical model of disability, which sees disability as something to be fixed or overcome. It ignores the social model, which recognizes that many barriers come from society, not just individual impairments. To spot inspiration porn, pay attention to how stories are told. Ask yourself if the focus is on the person's talents or just their disability. Think about whether the message encourages respect and understanding or just uses disability to motivate others. Listening to disabled people's own voices and experiences helps challenge these narratives. Recognizing these patterns helps us see people with disabilities as whole, complex individuals, not just symbols of inspiration.